Mahata, your catalyst for transformation. If you are tired of struggling, you need to hear this. Follow your spirit-led path out of struggle so that you may move from survival to your sacred flow. And that is the secret. That is the key. And that's what this talk is all about. Oh my goodness. Are you struggling right now? If you are, may it be a signal for you. Yes, because the fact that you're actually recognizing that you're struggling is actually a huge part of this. Yes, it really is. It really is. If you can actually admit, man, I'm struggling right now. Things are just really hard right now. Whew, whether it's overwhelmed, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel anxious or fear of the future, or does it feel like the past is still holding you back? Does your mind keep wandering, keep coming in with negative, critical thoughts? Are you feeling crappy? Are you feeling, like frustrated, yucky, angry, resentful, or just heavy? It could be lots of things. It can be lots of things. And with this, we put this in the bucket of struggle, okay? So if you can imagine just putting this with the bucket of struggle, because it does, it sucks, it stinks. It's like, this is really crappy. Oh, yeah, so how about we just call it a struggle? Let's call it a struggle. Ooh, and this is a gentle reminder. You are a divine one here. Yes, you are. We all are. And we agreed to forget that. That's the biggest mishap. That's the biggest difficulty that we experience here, which then creates struggle. So with this struggle, we're going to help you with shifting your perception of what you might be going through in your life about struggle, about how you feel about yourself in relation to struggle, and your connection. We're going to help you with reconnecting you back into you again, so you can activate and you can raise your vibration and you can remember again and you can begin to live in the sacred flow, your sacred flow. Would you love to flow? That's a great question to ask yourself. Would you love to flow? We're here to invite you into it. I've done it for myself, and I love helping others on their journey too. And we'll be talking more about offerings at the end of this talk. Some beautiful, powerful, transformational tools that you can use. Yes, you can. You can have and you can use for yourself. And you can get any assistance that you would love with that too, because there's all kinds of help for you here too. Yay. So the big one is, hey, if you're tired of struggle, yes, hey, yes, 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 yes. Congratulate yourself for that. That's actually super huge, because you are now at a new point in your life. You're at a breaking point, which is huge. And even if you feel like you're breaking down or things are breaking or falling apart, that's okay. If it is happening, it's happening. And the gift is you always have a choice. And that's the biggest piece we're going to bring back to you with your sacred path, your sacred way, and your spiritual way, is to remember that you get free will choice. It's one of your most powerful gifts that you have on this planet, that you as a human being, is you get free will choice. So you can begin to choose, if you so choose, by one, first admitting that you are tired of struggling. Perfect. Then get very clear of how you want things to be instead of that, because that's actually your most potent part of you there too, is in your free will choice, you get to flip it to the opposite. And what a gift that is. It is such a gift. Yes, you can. And we're going to help you with moving through this because, taking some gentle steps, because your mind might even be spinning now, just thinking, all right, so what can I do to remove this struggle? How it isn't that easy. Or you might have come up to with some conclusions in your mind that it's difficult, or things can't change, or who am I? Those are all aspects that you also can change within yourself. And that's what that we are here to help you with. Yes, you are. Everything is really operating from the subconscious beliefs you have at the subconscious level of your mind, which you're not even conscious of. Go figure. And the gift is you can become conscious of it, because your life's going to show you it. Whatever's happening in your life, however you are feeling, whatever thoughts you have, is an indicator of what beliefs you are operating in at the subconscious level. Yes, yes, yes. So if you are struggling a bit, there just may be quite a bit of fear energy or contracted energy that may still be holding you, limiting you, blocking you. And the gift is you get to remove that. You get to alchemize and transmute that fear energy. Yes, you can, because you may not have known this, but you're actually an alchemist of energy. We all are. We are actually energy beings here with these physical bodies. And you can shift that. So if you are able to set a beautiful, clear intention, that is super huge for you. And it's just a decision. It's you making a decision within yourself to say, yes, something has to change. Yes. And when you do that, boom, watch out, because there's going to be some things changing. And then many of us are even afraid of change, because that's a whole nother level and template. And it's just a subconscious fear that many of us received when we were growing up, especially our first 7 years of life and our younger years of life. And the gift is recognize it, check it, see if you're feeling it. Okay, great. And we're going to offer you some things that you can do to help yourself to transmute that, shift that back into your love again. And that's how powerful you are, because you can. Because you can. So, and your breath's going to help you. We're going to help you with your breath. We're going to help you with activating centers within your body. If you're open to that, we'll talk about that at the end of the talk. The big one here is, hey, if you're tired of the struggle, would you like to let it go? That's super huge. Struggle is not a natural state. No, not at all. And it might have appeared that it has been for you, because maybe you might have been struggling a lot throughout your life. And then many times when that happens is that we create these beliefs in our minds, in our heads, that thinks, well, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Or just, this is just how things are. Is it really? Because when we say that, that also is a protective survival reaction and a conclusion that we come up with. Because real is anything, it just is what it is. It is at that moment, but guess what? Things can change. Things can change at any moment. And how cool is that? Even if you might have that philosophy or idea, well, it just is what it is, or, oh, I'm just, this is just how it is. Well, let's start digging in a little deeper, because you actually have the answers within you. And it's really key to connect in with your emotions, your emotional body. And that's a huge one. And we're going to help assist you, if you are open to it, to actually raise your emotional intelligence, have yourself become stronger in who you are, have yourself connect back to the truth of who you are, connect into your alignment and your peace. All these pieces are invitations for us. And it actually is an invitation from struggle. So if you can just imagine, we're going to use the gift of your power of your imagination, that you can if you can imagine, what if struggle is actually here for you? What if it's actually just a signal? And it may just be allowing that you know that this happens when you are struggling, when you actually do feel disconnected, or your life is quite disconnected from your true intuition, from your spirit, from source, from connection to all that is. And that is typically what happens when there is a struggle. So if you can allow yourself, invite yourself to bring the love back in, that's going to be a big one for you. Absolutely. And then we're going to help you with dissolving that struggle so that you can live more in the flow, more in the ease. And eventually at the very end, we're going to be talking about playing and having fun. So that's at the cherry on top, which is wonderful. Ooh, so your soul longs for alignment, longs for reconnection, longs for ease, grace, kindness, flow. This is your true natural state of your true full essence of who you are beyond this world. And then when we come here as earthlings and three-dimensional beings here, many times we do have the veil, or we do have things blocked, or we forget any of that. And we actually disconnect from our own soul of who we really are. And what a gift this lifetime especially is bringing for us, that you get to transform that. You get to change that. You get to reconnect back to your soul again. And that's the gift of transmuting any kind of struggle and returning back to your sacred flow, is by reconnecting back to your soul. Yes, absolutely. And recognize that in time, you'll appreciate any struggle that you have, and you can actually turn it into an opportunity. There's a Chinese symbol for a crisis, or you can call struggle a crisis, and the opposite sign of that means opportunity. Are you able to turn it into an opportunity? Means, are you able to invite yourself to expand, to grow? To learn, to become more of your full true essence of your true love here. And that's the gift that you get to do. So how do you do that? That's what many people will ask. So how do you do that? How are we going to do this? Right? Ooh, the answer actually is in your heart. So how you do that is by returning to your heart space. So allow yourself. Many times I'll close my eyes and just imagine you can connect into your heart. Your heart is not just the beating heart that you have, the physical body, and which is great because that does circulate all the oxygen, all the nutrients throughout your whole body. It's quite a bit of a symbolism of what your true heart center is. You actually have a heart center. We all do. And this heart center is the ability for you to be able to connect to the field of all, which many may call source, consciousness, divinity, God source, all that is, the love of all, the oneness. And there it always has been, always will be, always is. And because we live here on earth, we agree to create time and space and physical things. So then we also choose to be in our own individual self, that many parts of us have been disconnected from our true essence of our soul, of our true connection to our love and our light of who we are. You are love and light. And so when you're able to decide to say, I'd love to reconnect back to my soul, back to my love and light, back to many will call it your higher self, it's absolutely wonderful. And it can be a little bit challenging too, that's for sure. And struggle might actually be there even in this ability to be able to reconnect, because it's as if the light is going to be shining way brighter, because now you are turning towards the light, turning towards connecting in, remembering, being who you really truly are, that those shadow sides of you, of your experiences, will be recognized. It's like the light is shining on those shadow sides, those dark sides. And there's many of us that have, tucked those away. I know I sure did. I was in too much fear, with a lot of fear energies that I grew up with, that I put stuff away. I never wanted to open those up, or never wanted to bring back those memories. I just thought I could just block it. I could just avoid it. I could just repress it, or even deny it. And these are all just survival mechanisms. If you do any of those things, I certainly did. And the gift is that I chose to decide to stop doing that. So when you can choose to decide to stop doing that, what you're actually doing is you're going from your head to your heart. Say, oh, stop. I stop just having survival reactions to what I'm going through, which then does create that struggle. That's actually where the struggle is. And I allow myself to connect back to my heart again. Connecting into your heart is your gateway for your divine guidance and your inner truth. You actually have an inner knowingness within you that is divine, that is here to help you always, assist you always, to help unconditionally love you always. And there's parts of us, especially as human parts of us, that have judged ourselves so much that we felt like we have to be punished, or especially if you were raised that way, where you were spanked or you were punished. I know I certainly was, and I've had to help myself with these parts of me. So I'm offering this for you, and I love helping hundreds and hundreds of people in this process too, that you can actually reconnect back to your soul again, to be able to bring back that unconditional love for yourself. So love those parts of yourself that didn't feel loved, that don't feel worthy, that do feel a lot of lack, or just scared. Many times just very scared, that you can even use the power of vision, the power of imagination. A lot of times I'll do that too. I'll have like a golden light energy, even like a cloak that can come over and just cloak me and just allow. So the gift is you're going to be leaving in your head and thinking and shifting into your heart space. Heart space is your connection space. So if you want to say heart space, connection to love, unconditional love, all that is. In that too, then you can remember again that you always get support. You'll always get help and support. You always get exactly what you need at any time. Even if it appears like a challenge or a struggle, there is always supports for you. We block it off, or we'll separate it out. And so what we are offering and recommending here is to catch yourself if you do that. You can breathe. Breathing is a great way just to pause and breathe, and just say stop. I stop doing that. I open up my heart to allow, to bring in, to reconnect even more. And even the beautiful part when you return to your heart space is you get to discover who you are. Oh, this is an infinite journey of discovering who we are, because many times we got beliefs and we got cultural imprints and family and societal imprints that aren't even ours. Yeah, because we agreed certain families to be born into, and certain countries to be born into, and certain, big influences. And you can actually question any of those and begin to become you, your own unique self. And you can use the good parts, definitely grab the good parts, but any of like the fear mongering, shameful, guilty, worry, fear, even anger, any of those aspects of resentment, bitterness, those were just contracted, distorted aspects. And we get to transform that. You get to transform that. by returning to your heart center. Your heart center is a huge one. At the end of the talk, we'll talk more about Find Your Sacred Way. I have a 9-week online course coming up that's going to help assist you with activating these centers within you, especially your heart center, and be able to use it and operate it for your highest good, which is awesome. So for now, before you learn Find Your Sacred Way, and there's also another tool called Psyche. So those two things are where I'm here to help assist people with helping them be embodied with the most powerful tools that can help them greatly reconnect back to their soul, back to their love, back to the truth of who you are. And you can do this. So even before you learn these tools, you can begin by pausing, breathing, reconnecting. You can even place your hand over your heart and close your eyes and ask yourself, what's really true for me right now? What do I need right now that can help me the most in my struggling time? What is it that I'm most afraid of? Allow it to come in. You can get a journal out. You can write it down. It's helpful to actually capture it if you can. In time, if you have a very beautiful, loving confidant, like a partner or a best friend or a relative, family member that like to do this with you. I know for myself, I love with expressing it. So it's really great to be with someone where you can express how you feel, because then a lot can come out that way. And then at the end of the talk, we'll talk about if you would like to have a Psyche session, this is a great way to be able to do that too for yourself. But for now, you just working with yourself, being able to do this is checking in. You actually have the answer within you. You do. You so do. Yes, and you can connect in and ask what's really true for me right now. And one truth may be that, yes, something has to change. And that's a humongous truth right there. Express it. And a big, huge piece here when you do return to your heart space is to let yourself feel, notice. And you can feel, typically with science has done a lot of research with this, that 90 seconds, give yourself a full 90 seconds. You can be a minute and a half. How about that? Could be 2 or 3 minutes, but a minute and a half, that's plenty. Fully feel it. So if you have to fully feel anger, or fully feel even just people want revenge, or if there's so much resentment that they just have to scream, and then let yourself express it. So go to a place where you can roar, you can move your body, you can work with yourself in a way that helps you remove and clear those blocks that's preventing you from connecting in with your soul, that you get to live your spiritual path, your sacred way, and you at all times here as a human. And that's the biggest work we're being called to do right now, in your heart center. And then you also have a sacred space and a power center. There's beautiful centers in your body. It's important that there's other steps to take, and we'll be talking about that too. So it's one is letting go. Are you okay to let some things go? Many times we're still holding on for dear life, and it's just out of survival that we do that. But if you can pay attention to it and then allow yourself, you can visualize it, allowing yourself to let it go. I know for some people, they'll put things in a little fire pit and then they can burn stuff. You can usually create your own little rituals for that, which is also fun too. The key is like, be true to yourself. And by asking yourself, what is true for me now? What is true? And then, yes, lift up and let your heart space begin to grow those desires. We are meant to have desires. We're meant to be becoming our full essence here. So it's a journey of becoming, a journey of reconnecting, a journey of expanding. And in order to expand, just like this with your hands, right? You have to make sure you are free to be able to do it. One, you have to believe that you can do it. That's a huge one. And that's just by belief at the subconscious level. And that's where we can help you with helping you with changing anything that's limiting you where you don't think you can, or you're too afraid of letting things go. That just imagine, work with your power of imagination. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between things that you imagine in your mind or things that are real in your life that you physically are experiencing. So use the power of your imagination. Even just imagine letting some things go. Maybe you have to let some people in your life go. That is not an easy thing to do, but you can even imagine it first before you actually physically do it. And then allow yourself in that of connecting to your heart. Just imagine you can be wrapped and held in complete unconditional love of the whole universe, of God's source, of all that is. And there's higher dimensional, you can connect in with your spirit part of you, your spirit team. I love connecting with the Council of Light. They speak through me a lot, so you might actually be speaking there. They're speaking through me while we're talking here too. And Archangel Raphael. Just imagine whatever feels right for you, for how you were raised, if it was any kind of religions or any kind of supports, spiritual supports. Just know we have tons of spiritual support that we're meant to be activating, receiving, coming in. It's all at the heart center. And then the heart gets to also utilize the mind. So the mind is very powerful that we have. Absolutely. The two are very powerful, your heart center and your mind center. And then what this lifetime is all about, especially with the age of Aquarius, is that the feminine, the divine feminine is coming in to equalize in with the divine masculine, and then even leading. So even whether you're a man or a woman, it's the time for the feminine to fully blossom. So that means that things will be slowing down, pausing, feeling, being intuitive. Let your intuition come in. Let the ideas come in. And it's a little bit of wildness because it's the unknown. Everything is an unknown. We don't know what the next moment's going to be, or the next day, or the next year. And in these times right now, with everything changing so fast, it is activating and stirring up in a lot of people a lot of fears, because it's very scary if people don't know. And what we invite you for, that's another piece of letting go of struggle, is, can you just imagine your unknown is your highest life potential? And you get to focus in on what you would love to be able to experience, what you would love to have and embody and create, in your life in the most positive way, in the most enhancing way for you and for all. And when you can fully allow yourself to get more focused on that instead of the hardships and the struggles, that is the biggest game changer that you'll be able to do for yourself. And it's at your heart center. So begin opening up time for yourself. I know for me, I have the mornings that I get to have. If it's not, you can do the evenings. Let yourself, even if you just start with 10 minutes, start with something, even 5 minutes if you need to do that. But in time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and sometimes an hour or 2 hours. But you can do 15, 20 minutes. Absolutely. Connect in, close your eyes, connect into your heart center. You can put your hands on your heart if you want to. And then just ask yourself, like the question is, what's really true for me now? What are my needs? It's okay to have needs as humans. What do I really want? What do I desire? What would I love to have things be in my new way instead of how it is currently in the struggling way? What would you love to replace struggle with? What a great question you can ask yourself. Yes. I know for me, it's that sacred flow, my complete connection with my heart, my divinity, my knowingness of just knowing that I'm on my sacred way path, and that every choice I make is for the highest good for me and for all. And there's times where we make mistakes. There's times that goofy things happen. In fact, I was just on a family trip, which was wonderful with my kids, and even my ex came, which is really kind of funny and interesting, but we get along well. And we raised our 4 kids together. So there you go, with my brother and sister. And we were coming down, it was in South Carolina, we were coming down this sharp curve turn where our little cabins are. And I was the one, traveling, riding our rental car that I had. And then I missed their cabin, right? So then I got excited, because I get excited a lot. And I reversed it to bring them right back to where there was. Well, there was a humongous curve at that moment, which I obviously wasn't paying attention to. So yes, we can make mistakes. Yes, we can do goofy things. And I did. My car went whoop, where the wheels went down into the edge. It was like an edge of a cliff. I'm going off, and I was like, whoa, and thank goodness I stopped right away, but our car got stuck. And so the gift with that is that because of the work that I've done within myself, the reconnection I have with my soul, my spirit team, and I know I always receive all the help and supports I could ever imagine, that it was absolutely amazing. The men came in and helped us with doing this. And that's what I love, is that it helped me be able to trust men more. That's been my journey, is being able to trust men fully, because I was sexually abused as a little girl. So my worthiness was in the toilet, and I had a hard time feeling safe with men and trusting them. And so my journey in this lifetime is to heal that, and to fully feel safe with my own self, my own masculine within me, and then also every man that I am encountering as best I can. And obviously I'll have really great energy to only attract really good, safe, worthy men, that's for sure. So it was beautiful. Even my ex got into the driver's seat in the car, and then able to turn it. And then my sister's boyfriend is used to pulling people out of his truck, which was awesome. And then the best part with the whole story of this, and this is just to let you know that it's okay if we make mistakes. It's okay if scary things happen. We're all here to grow. We're all here to learn. And then check in with how you are feeling during that process. And even during it, I felt fear, and I felt judgment coming up within me. Like, how stupid are you to do this? Or you should have turned her head around to look. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this so fast? So it's this little self-critical parts that many of us got raised with, and I certainly was raised with it. And the gift is that my soul part of me came in to love that part, even that part that, that could be a point there, that I definitely could have slowed down, taken my time, look back, look at all of the potential dangers that could be there, go slowly, and then safely reverse and come back them into their spot. So I had learned with that. That was the greatest lesson, as I had the learning, and that's the gift, is to have the learning from it. And then the best part with this experience I had is that literally with synchronicity, because my synchronicities have so opened up where things come exactly at the time that I need them, and I'm so grateful for that. That one of the women that helped rescue people on this property that we were renting pulled right up in her car. So like, what is the chances of her knowing that, I just put my car almost over the cliff? And she popped right in, and she's younger and adorable, and she's used to helping people in really scary, crazy situations. And so the gift was that in her calmness, in her alignment, her connection with her soul, which is so beautiful, she offered for the men to just turn their tires even more and turn the car even more, the truck even more that was pulling it out. And then boom, once they listened to this young lady, this woman, give her wisdom, boom, it pulled the car right out, and everything was great. Nothing wrong with the car. It was all safe and all good. So we're like, yes. And what a gift that I allowed myself, one, to feel everything, because I used to block all my feelings off, and a lot of us will do that. So I allow, that's the big change I've done. And that's the gift of Psych-K. Psych-K came into my life 15 years ago when my former husband was very sick with a health condition that helped him with his healing journey, which I'm so grateful for. And what it did for me is to allow me to reconnect back to my soul and my true essence within me, and open up my spiritual gifts, and then let myself know that it's safe to feel. It's safe for us to feel. It's all at your heart center. Your heart center is where you feel everything. Yes, your right hemisphere of your brain will definitely help you with that, but it's connected with your heart. It's your heart is everything. So I'm forever grateful, and I get to celebrate, and everyone handled it so well, even my kids, and it was just beautiful. And I've created a life where people are respectful to me, loving to me, supportive to me, because it didn't used to be that way. I used to get a lot of criticism or a lot of put downs. But it was only because of my own lack of worthiness within me, and challenges and struggles that I was having within myself. And so what a gift when you have powerful tools, very effective tools that can help you with changing those subconscious beliefs, shifting your perception within you, raising your vibration within you, which is everything, and reconnecting back to your soul, back to your spirit. And you can do this too. So if you have a little crazy, nutty story, may you have a beautiful outcome too, like I had, in every possible way. And even if it's challenging, struggling ones too, may you still be able to grow and learn through them, because everything is here for us to grow and to learn through. And we invite you for that. Absolutely. Okay. So once you have returned to your heart space, the next important shift, the third important shift, is to shift from control to trusting, which means you're shifting from fear to love. So fear to love are energy fields. And then how that shows up in our lives is when we become rigid or controlling, whether we control ourselves, we control others. And then that will actually create more struggle, believe it or not. That's why I'm grateful for that incident on the curvy road where I got my car tilted off on the angle of the mountaintop, that instead of the controls, because I've been able to dissolve a lot of those controlling ways I had to be. And if you are controlling right now, it's only because it's survival signals that are shooting out, the fight, flight, the fear signals. And the gift is you can shift that within your nervous system, within your chemistry, within your body, by changing the subconscious beliefs that you have, by your free will choice of wanting to choose to be in a new way. And shifting that at the long-term level, at the subconscious level, then creates the new way of you being able to decide to trust. Trust is just a choice. And I believe it's an ongoing thing that will always be given chances of, or giving opportunities for. Because there are times where it's really hard to trust, and you might have something going on in your life where it's, this is too hard. I'm not trusting. Heck no. And you might have put major blocks up. That's how my ex was, is that he had really had a hard time trusting people from his own childhood and stuff. Even people with like that, whenever he's ready, he can make changes. But for you, if you are like, I just can't trust people, or, no, I just can't trust. That's just a conclusion that you're making in your mind from a situation. That means, nope, whoop, cut it off. We're going to block it, which then creates struggle. So if you can recognize it, and then offer the opportunity to connect to your heart, connect to your soul, ask yourself what's true for you, what would be important for you to believe or remember again, to know again, so that you can let yourself, the most important is to trust yourself, trust your own self, your own connection with divinity. Trust and know you can receive all that you're meant to know and receive to help you in any situation. That trusting is the gateway to the sacred flow. It is. Trusting is a choice. It's a choice to reconnect back to your soul again. Can you trust yourself enough to connect back to love again and dissolve the fear? Because that fear is here that we created in the third dimension, because it's the illusion of separation, the illusion of the disconnection from our soul's connection with all of divinity. That is what is then the reality of struggle. And we are done with that. I'm done with that. Are you done with that? I really hope you're done with that. Yes, let's say I'm done. I'm done with struggle. I live in ease now. Yes, and the fact that you get to invite yourself to be able to do that, watch out, because then now you're going to be invited to activate your personal power within you. Activate clearing out in your sacred center within your body is where all your emotions are, all where you've been wounded and hurt. Are you willing to let go of repressing it or denying it or avoiding it and actually embracing it, feeling it, loving it, connecting it back to your love again, your internal love? This is what you get to do. This is what we're being called to do. You can really do this one breath at a time, one decision at a time. So catch yourself if you are trying to control things, just so you can feel safe. Okay. And instead, can you switch it? Can you switch instead of it and allow yourself to literally surrender that control and trust and allow and receive? Oh, that's the feminine, the divine feminine's coming in now, when you can receive all of the supports for you, receive all the unconditional love, receive all the ideas. This is where your creativity, your ingenuity comes in, your innovation gets to come in. You can come up with great ideas for you to be open and connecting and receiving and living, doing and being what feels right for you from your heart center instead of up here in your head, what's in your heart center. Yes. And this is a massive journey for us right now. Begin with small steps. Begin with little pieces. Like I did with the car when I tipped over, I totally surrendered. I said, here, to my ex, please get into the car. And I trust the men. I know the men can do a way better job than I could. I just knew it. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. And I get to just watch and hold sacred space. And I'm just so grateful for all the help. Are you able to do that? Or do you have to step in? No, I'm controlling. I'm the only one that can do it. No one else can help me. I got to do it. Well, then you're going to feel struggle. That struggle is right there because you're not open to actually receiving all the help. We're here to receive all the help. And it's okay to have some level of control. It doesn't mean to not have any control. That's an interesting dance. Everything's about the balance. The control of I make the best decisions for myself. The control of that, yes, I get to connect into my heart center. You get to control that. That is huge. That is your ability to control. Controlling how you respond to things. You actually get to do that. Many times we aren't doing that. Many times it's a subconscious mind that just reacts, and then let's say you get super angry, or you lash out, or you react in a way that's not typical of you. It's only because there's a subconscious program running that is scared out of its mind. Yes, and it's here to thinking it's protecting you and standing up for you by reacting that way. If any of that happens, catch it. This is the gift we're saying: is notice it, stop. Breathe and pause and choose a new way. And you can apologize, of course. Hey, I apologize. I'm sorry for if I hurt anybody or if I said anything that was crazy out of it. And then you get to be in a new way. So can you, in the next time something like that happens of a trigger, can you react and respond in a new way? Definitely when you change those beliefs, you will naturally be able to do that. And that's the gift. Because I know, like I said, when my car was halfway off the edge of that cliff, I have been able to cultivate, yes, surrendering, allowing, receiving, trusting, knowing I'm going to get all the help I could ever want and need, and yes, welcoming it in. Yes, and you can step in to do whatever parts you are able to do too. So even just me holding a good energy about the whole thing helped greatly too, because I didn't freak out. No, nobody freaked out actually in the whole thing, which was really amazing, which I really love. Yay! Which I know is a reminder for me that my energy is in more of the flow, of the sacred flow and the way, so that I am also attracting other people that can also rise up and be in that flow too. As best you can, you can do this too. Yay! All right, so once you shift from control to trust, reconnect with your sacred way. Yes. So number 4, reconnect with your sacred way. You have a sacred way. Yes, you do. If you didn't know it, I hope you welcome it in now. And like I said, at the end of the talk, I will be offering more about Find Your Sacred Way online course. For now, we're just going to help remind you that you do have a sacred way within you. You are meant to move through life in the flow, in ease, in alignment. This is meant to be your natural state. And your natural state is in your sacred way flow. So by you choosing to connect back to your heart, connect back to how things feel, connect back to what feels right and what is true for you, that is your ability to get back into your path of your sacred way. Breathing helps a lot. You can make sounds or gentle movements with your body, enough to let yourself vibrate again in your alignment, in your peace, in your truth, in your knowingness. And this is a huge cultivation of raising our vibration. Yes, it will mean to let things go. You have to let go of that anger, let go of that guilt and shame or fears or worries. Let it go. Allow yourself to forgive. When you forgive, you are forgiving, opening of your heart. And forgiving means you are allowing your connection with your soul and your connection with divinity's complete unconditional love and Mother Gaia's unconditional love to fill you. And that is one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself, where you can allow yourself to live in the flow. Just like a river. Just like a river. Our life is just like a river. Isn't that neat? And there might be some rapid rivers. Yeah, that might feel like a little bit of the struggle might come in, or your kayak or your boat might get stuck somewhere. Trust and know the river always flows. What a gift that is. Yes, you are always flowing too. Let's call it your chi energy or your prana energy. It is a life force energy that you have flowing within you all the time. And you have it with your breath. Breathing in, holding it gently, and releasing fully. And you can use lots of mechanisms. Breath work is an amazing, beautiful transformational tool. I also do some sound bowl practitioner. I love sounds. I love breath. You can definitely let that, with reconnecting to your sacred way, activate your sacred centers in your body. And that's what we'll be talking about with Find Your Sacred Way. You'll be learning how to do that there. Yes, 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 because Archangel Raphael and the Council of Light are assisting us greatly with these mechanisms. Yay! Practice daily. Allow yourself to open up at least 10 minutes a day. Start with 10 minutes. And if you can move to 20 to 30, that's wonderful. But begin with 10, 15. How about that? You can sit in a comfortable position. I love to go outside in nature. Nature is wonderful. I love Mother Gaia. You can just imagine a sacred space in your own home if you're inside. Close your eyes. Go within. You have the answers within you. And in time, you'll be able to connect in with your stillness, where you're just breathing and you're beyond any of your sensory. You're beyond even just seeing, hearing, feeling. You're just allowing the connection. And you can use visions if that's helpful for you, until you get to the point of just dissolving into just the light energy that you are. Your sacred way. Then you get to decide what is your intention in your new positive way. And let your breath guide you. Breathing in, and let yourself begin to feel it. Feel your new way, so you can connect to your future self, your new way of ease and flow instead of the struggle. Bring that part in with you, within you. And you'll be amazed. You'll be so amazed when you do this. And you can do this multiple times throughout the day. Maybe just give a few minutes here, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. You get free will choice. We have complete choice of what we do with our time and our experiences while we are awake. So we invite you into this. Can you let yourself come up with positive ideas instead of the fears or the struggles or the pains or the sufferings? Bring in the good. Wherever your focus is, your attention is, that is where your energy goes. So let your energy go to all the new creations that you are choosing to want to make. Beautiful. The next step with shifting this struggle into your sacred flow is by reprogramming your subconscious beliefs. And that is the biggest gift that Psych-K brings. Psych-K was originated by Rob Williams. Dr. Bruce Lipton absolutely loves him because it absolutely transformed his life with using Psych-K. And you can too. And we'll talk at the end, because I am one of the certified Psych-K instructors. There's 30 of us across the world that teach this for people, so you can learn to use it for yourself. And I know I use a lot of it, especially in the mornings where I'm connecting in, because I'm human, just like you. I've had traumas, I've had challenges, I've had struggles. Woo-wee! And we are going through a mighty transformational time right now. Yes. So with that, you can transform perceptions within minutes. You can upgrade subconscious beliefs within minutes. And then you feel better. You feel more expansive. You feel more in the flow. And then life and synchronicity start to come in more beautiful ways for you, where you can begin to self-heal in your health, in your relationships, in your finances. All that you get to focus in on and choose. And we welcome that for you. And ask yourself these beliefs that you have had. You can open with your reflection time. You even ask the question, what beliefs am I carrying, and whose beliefs are they that I have? What kind of hardships am I holding on to? Are they even mine? They might not even be yours. Ooh, and I'll share a story of a client I have. Her name is Abby, and she did come and learn Psyche too, which is awesome. And she's also had private sessions with me. The same thing, she's actually a healer herself. She's a therapist and a healer, and it's her natural way to help people and heal. And yet, with her healing gifts, is that she has not learned how to have very good boundaries, where she actually was bringing into her body all of the burdens from her ancestry, from her families, from her clients, from the people she cared for. She had so much empathy and so much merging with all of people that she was helping assist, that she was actually bringing it into her body. So it was creating issues, health issues with her thyroid and with her weight. And the gift is she recognized it, and that's everything. And I love that. And she, with this gift of Psyche and working one-on-one with me, is that I am able to hold sacred space. So she was able to activate her wisdom within her and get right to it. And she was able to change her subconscious beliefs. She was able to upgrade herself to feel so much better. So now she'll be able to more easily lose her weight. She'll be more easily be able to feel more energy, because her energy was being drained. If your energy is being drained, you're probably taking in everybody else's stuff. And it's great to have boundaries. And it's great to make sure your subconscious beliefs are operating in those boundaries, to know it's safe for you to have your own space, your own time. And it's safe for you to only hold on to your own, only in your energy and your stressors and issues you're working with, and let everybody else have theirs. So you give it all back to them. And that's what she did. And it was awesome. So I'm excited, and I love seeing the transformation in her life as she is growing mightily. She's healing mightily, and you can do this too. What a gift. What a gift. So beliefs that you can change, you can transform into I am enough. Most of us have parts where they have lack. They're afraid of not having enough, or that they're not enough. I know I certainly had both of those. And with the gift of Psyche and Find Your Sacred Way, because this is a new heart-centered way of working with yourself, I have been able to shift that, where I know I'm enough. I know I always have enough. Look at, even when I got caught on the edge, I got all the help I needed, everything I needed. Yes! And you can too. And I'm forever grateful that I changed those subconscious beliefs, because it is long-lasting, amazing changes. And I know I'm always supported. And I choose flow. I choose love. I choose the easy path. I love fun and easy. And that's what we're going to invite for you. Many of us were taught that it has to be hard. It has to be a struggle, because that's just the only way that you can be successful, the only way things can work. Now, that was just survival way. That was a survival way of how things worked. Would you like to live in the thriving way, in the blossoming way, in the abundant, expansive way? And that's what we're being called into, and we welcome you to it. Yes, yes. All right. So number 6. Choose alignment and connection over effort. Are you able to choose alignment with you and your own soul through your heart center, and that connection with your heart, your soul, and with divinity, with all that is, so you can receive all your information, all of your knowingness, all of your new opportunities that you can have, your expand and your innovation and get enriched, with your truth, what feels most right for you. You get to do this. Yes, you do. Ooh. And then the 7th one is create daily practices to invite this ease and flow. This does mean it is important to bring in some inspired action in new ways. What new ways can you do that you couldn't do before that will help bring in more ease and flow? Oh, just imagine if you could, right? I love sun gazing in the morning. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially when the sun is out. So when you can, would you like to just sit in the sun and just be and receive? Can you allow yourself to just look for the good? Feel the good. See as far as you have come. You have come so far. You have come so far. Yes, and we've already done the work. How about that? How about we can know with our subconscious level that I've done the work now. Now it's time for the rewards. Now it's time for the play and the enjoyment and the excitement of life. And let any kind of work just be play and fun and flow and receiving greatly with everything I do. You can do this. You can do this. Offer yourself some sacred space, some sacred time, some sacred breath, and sacred connections to your sacred way. And make sure we're definitely talking about getting the tools that are important for you. And then allow some time for journaling. So, you can ask, where am I forcing things or struggling in things? Be real. Be real. It's okay to let it out. It's okay to admit it. It's actually very vital and important to admit it. And then where can I trust? Ask yourself, how can I trust and where can I trust? Where can I trust? Who can I trust? Can I trust myself? Allow yourself to trust yourself. Forgive yourself for any choices you've made. Just like I forgave myself for going backwards too fast and almost going off a cliff. Yes, I did. I forgave myself. Yay, and I learned from it. Thank goodness. I'm glad it turned out. Well, you can do this too. Yes, because trust is an important piece for you to be able to be in the flow. And in the morning, set an intention for yourself. Find whatever, maybe a favorite mantra that you can say. I know for me, a big one has always been all is well, all is very well for me and for all. All is well, all is very well for me and for all. Because I wish well for all and for myself always. And you can say, today I choose flow, grace, divine alignment. Today, what do you choose? Today I choose to let go of the struggle. And embrace the flow. Find the right words for you. You'll have the right words for you. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself just imagine it's already true right now. Bring in that new timeline, that new way for you, because you can. You really can. And we are here. We are here for you. So a final message here. You are not here to struggle. That was the old way. We did sign up for it, that's for sure. And we signed up for it so that we can get the contrast experience and then end it, be done with it, release it, and fully embody. So it's actually a catapulting way for us to actually live our highest life here. You are here to remember who you truly are. You are love. You are light. You are freedom and divineness in motion. And when you can remember that again and live by that, your whole world will begin to change. So if you are interested in learning more and getting the powerful tools, I'm forever grateful for having these powerful tools. Check out my links below. My website is mahanasacredway.com, and I'm offering in-person Psyche workshops next weekend in 2 weeks, July 25th, 27th in Louisville, Kentucky. If you can come into that area, it's a spiritual nudge, and when you say yes to that nudge, that's what I did, and I'm forever grateful. And that was 15 years ago, and it just keeps getting better. That's for sure. And then the first weekend in August, I'll be teaching an online workshop. So if you're across the world or hearing this from all over, you can still come. I've had people in my workshops from all over the world, from Russia to Korea to Tel Aviv to all over. And it's just magnificent. So you can learn this to use for yourself, this powerful tool to make the changes, to release the struggle and to embody your flow literally within minutes within yourself and elevate your vibrations so you can live your highest life. And then I am teaching in Michigan in August and in October, and then in Chicago in September. So check out those links. And I am booming an online 9-week beautiful Sacred Way course. Find your sacred way. And Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, and Council of Light have been working dutifully with me and potently with me the last year and a half. I'm forever grateful and all about the whole thing. So check out Find Your Sacred Way on my website, and it will be completely recorded. So if you can't even get to the live calls, you can definitely get all the recordings and all the activations for you to activate your sacred ways within you so you may live in the flow and say goodbye to the struggle, because you can. Aho.